Today, we are diving into the latest Ottawa real estate numbers. And let me tell you, this month paints a really interesting picture. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or just trying to understand where things are heading for early 2026, this video is going to give you the clarity you've been looking for. We are going to break down what actually happened in November. Why does the market feel a little bit slower? And what buyers and sellers should do right now? And last but not least, what all this means for next year. So stick around because near the end, I will share exactly how to position yourself to win in this shifting market. Let's jump right in. November is usually a quieter month in Ottawa, but this year the slowdown was more noticeable. According to the latest report from the Ottawa Real Estate Board, sales dropped to 880 in November of this year, down from 1,177 in October, and about 18% lower than the same month last year. Now, even though the market isn't crashing, what we're seeing is a clear shift. The early winter weather came fast. Buyers are cautious. Inventory remains elevated. And even with the recent rate cuts, people are still taking their time. But here's the twist. Even with fewer sales, prices are still holding. The average sale price in Ottawa was $680,496, up a little over 2% compared to last year. Single family homes actually did even better, averaging $825,827, which is almost 5% higher than last November. So yes, fewer homes sold, but prices are not falling dramatically. Why is that? Because Ottawa is still a fundamentally balanced market, just leaning toward more supply. The next thing we need to talk about is the supply that is growing. This is where things get interesting. Inventory climbed to 3,721 active listings, which is 31% higher than last year. Months of inventory rose to 4.2 compared to 3.6 in October. So what does that mean? It means that buyers have more choices, homes are staying on the market a little bit longer, and sellers need sharper pricing and stronger presentation. The urgency has also softened. But not all property types are experiencing the same conditions. If we're looking at single family homes, the months of inventory sits at 4.0, which is fairly balanced. Prices are holding strong, and it's still the most stable segment. When we're looking at townhomes, the average price is $542,607. The prices dipped from October and from last year's averages. Buyers are price sensitive right here. Next one are the condos slash apartments. This is where we are seeing the biggest shift. We currently have 7.3 months of inventory. That's quite high. Sales dropped by more than a third year over year, and the inventory pressure is building significantly. Now, Ottawa isn't like Toronto, but the condo inventory trend is something worth watching. Toronto is currently dealing with one of the largest buildups of condo supplies in years, which is putting downward pressure on prices. Ottawa isn't there, but we're not immune to it either. Let's talk about why the market feels a little softer. People will often ask, why does the market feel slower even though prices aren't dropping dramatically? Here's what's driving that feeling. Number one is the emotional caution. Even with two recent rate cuts and a rate hold today, buyers are still waiting to see where the economy goes next. Number two is more choices equals less urgency. When inventory rises, buyers don't feel pressured to jump immediately. Homes that may have sold in days 2 years ago are now taking weeks or a little bit longer. Number three is winter came early. Whether we like it or not, weather always affects showing activity. And number four, sellers are pricing too optimistically. Many sellers are still pricing based on 2021, 2022 expectations. But today's market requires precision, not hope. These factors combined create what feels like a softened market, but it's actually balanced, just with more supply than the buyers are used to. The next thing we're going to talk about is what buyers should do right now. If you're a buyer, this is one of the most strategic moments we've seen in years. Leverage the extra inventory. With months of inventory increasing, you can take your time, compare more options, negotiate more confidently, and avoid those bidding wars that nobody liked. The next thing is to watch the condo market very carefully. If you're considering a condo, especially downtown, you have opportunities. With inventory rising and sales dropping, you may secure a better price or better incentives. Next thing is pre-approval right now is more important than ever. With rate cuts happening, lenders are adjusting rapidly. A fresh pre-approval can make or break your timeline. Last but not least, use the winter slowdown. Historically, the best deals happen when fewer buyers are looking. In other words, winter rewards the motivated buyer. So what if you're a seller? What do you need to know right now? If you're selling, this part is for you and you need to hear it. Number one, pricing must reflect today, not last year, not 2 years ago, not 5 years ago. Buyers have options. If your home is overpriced, they move on instantly. Number two, presentation is no longer optional. In a high inventory environment, the homes that shine visually get the traffic. Staging, professional photos, the repairs that have been done, these matter more than ever. Number three is the first 72 hours are critical. With more competition, your listing must hit the market strategically. Clean, decluttered, staged, photo ready, and priced right. Those first impressions determine everything when people are trying to sell their home. The other thing you have to consider is to expect longer days on market. A balanced leaning soft market means fewer showings, more comparisons, longer decision cycles, and interest rate headlines affecting emotions. The next thing you want to do is get ahead of the spring rush. If you plan to sell in 2026, here's the truth. Many homeowners wait till spring, but the ones who prepare early make more money, sell faster, and face a lot less competition. November's numbers prove that supply is rising, not shrinking. So planning ahead is definitely key. So what does this mean for 2026? Based on the current trajectory, here's what we can expect heading into 2026. Number one is a steadier start to the new year. Rate cuts may bring buyers back earlier than usual. The Ottawa Real Estate Board even notes renewed optimism from buyers as financing becomes more affordable. Number two, spring will be active but competitive. More inventory is coming, more buyers will re-enter. This means both sides will feel more balanced. Number three, condos could become the most dynamic segment. Whether that means opportunity or pressure depends on how the winter plays out. Number four, sellers who prepare now will win big. If inventory continues rising, you want to enter the market fully ready, not playing catch up. I've made a video about this just a couple of days ago, so I'll link it in the comments below. Number five, buyers who plan early will lock in better deals. The smart buyers are watching right now, not waiting for the frenzy and the crazy spring market. So what does this all mean for you? Ottawa's market is not crashing. It isn't surging. it's shifting toward more balance and more choice. And in the market like that, information becomes your advantage. Whether you're buying or selling, the smartest move is to work with someone who understands the numbers behind the headlines and can guide you through the strategy that fits your goal. If you want a personalized breakdown of how these November numbers affect your plan, just reach out. I'm always happy to help. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it helpful, feel free to share it, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more straight talk on real estate. I will see you in the next video, but in the meantime, if you have any questions about anything regarding these stats, your neighborhoods, your area, make sure to give me a quick call, or you can always email me at jeanricher@jeanricher.com. Merci beaucoup et bonne journée.